Hi, this is Stephanie returning for part 5 of my video tutorial on how to create a MERN stack login application. So in the last video, we set up our server-side code with Node and Express. So I created a server directory and there's two files in it. One is server.js and devbundle.js. So in server.js, we create our Express app, and then we went ahead and created a compile function here in this devbundle.js, and then we compile our app with Webpack, and this is only for development mode only. And then here we add route handling code to the Express app to receive GET requests at this root directory here. And then if the response is 200, which is successful, then you're going to render our template here at the root div. And template here is this index.js file. So it just is our HTML or JSX code. And then we set our port, and we set it to 3000, which is our local host. And then we already put the code here, but in this video, we're going to connect the server to Mongodb, which is a type of non-relational database. So if you don't know what Mongodb is, I would probably stop watching this video and go to mongodb.com, read up on it, and install it on your machine. And first, you need to have Mongo running. So I already started mine. But you type in the command Mongodb into your console once you have it set up, and it should start your app on port 27017. And I use a GUI for Mongo since it's a non-relational database, and it basically shows your databases and your tables and your records in your table. So this is MongoDB Compass. All right, so to connect your Node server to MongoDB, you go into the server.js code and you add these lines of code here. So you're going to create a constant, and it's going to be MongoDB_URI, and you're going to set that to localhost, and the default port is 2707, and then you would set this to whatever you want your table to be called. So mine, or they call it a collection, Mongo, and mine's going to be MERN login app _dev, because normally you have a dev database and then a production database. And then you're going to connect here. So Mongo client.connect your URL, which you just set here, and then error in database. So if it is successful in connecting, you'll write print to the console connected successfully, or whatever message you want, and then db.close. All right. So after we put that code, we need to save. Go into our package.json and add Npm Run Scripts. So here under scripts, you're going to add these 3 values, key and value pairs. So development nodemon, and then build webpack /config webpack.config.client.production.js, and webpack mode production config webpack.config.server.js. So this is for building Webpack, and this is really just applicable for your production. If it's development mode, then you're just using nodemon. Or not nodemon, sorry, that doesn't make sense. You're using that devbundle.js that we created. So that's why you would comment it out when you're doing in production, because we created a compile function within our code. And then to start, this is for production. You would start you would execute the file in the server.generate.js, which would be generated after building with Webpack. But this is also not applicable if we're in development mode. So to start your app, open a new terminal window, or if you're in Windows, you can create a new console and leave your MongoDB running. All right, so we're going to do npm run development, and all right, so basically it says server's running on port 3000, and missed it here. Connected successfully to Mongo database. So let's go into our browser. And we're going to go to our local host and port 3000. And if we go in here, there's nothing rendered on the page, but you can see MERN login app. So it is running. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So if you look in the development tools in your browser, it's saying that component is not defined. Oh, and you can see here I spelled component wrong. There we go. There we go. So I was just missing one letter. So here we have our app up and running, and then we have our React component up in our browser. So that's awesome. So in our next video, we'll start fleshing out our server-side code more for our login application, and possibly creating the models. We're going to be using Model View Controller for this application, so we'll start setting up models and maybe talking about CRUD operations. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.